I think women are lying. I really think when women come online to talk about their high standards, the expectations for men to be provided for, I think they're just lying. I think they're performing for other women because it's become a status symbol to prove your own high value to get a certain type of treatment from men. I even think most of you are lying about all of this stuff of not finding men attractive, having all of these random icks because somebody drank a mocha latte or something, and calling everything bare minimum when it's like an act of kindness. And I just saw a video of this influencer claiming to be a stay-at-home mother, and everyone was just like, "You go girl, princess treatment." And then I went to her page, and she has all of these brand deals and goes to these events, and it's just like, you're not a stay-home wife if you get money. Like, this is your work. And now, predictably, the discourse about Liz is turning into, well, she wasn't actually following her own standards because the man she was dating or married to was less successful than her. She got pregnant in 4 months. She didn't really check out all of his red flags. And I think, no, it's just a predictable pattern. People come online and lie because it makes them money and because it projects a certain brand. But nobody's really actually living this type of life privately. Most women contribute their money. Most women are paying their own rent. And it really reminds me of women who come from traditional backgrounds. Like, for example, Muslim women, if you pursue a traditional Muslim marriage, you get two things out of it as a woman. You get the bride price before you get married, and then you get provision. And a lot of Muslim women on the internet everywhere just lie about how much money they get for the bride price. And a lot of them are lying about being provided for. All of you who work, most of you who work are contributing their money, but you would never know this. You have women contributing their welfare support from the government and pretending the man is paying for everything. And it's so weird, but it also makes sense because we tie women's worth to these things.
And they are lying. They pay for their men's everything, and then they pretend that their men bought it for them. And this is a sad life to live when it gets to the point, if I'm gonna lie, at least lie about yourself. If you're gonna lie, don't lie for somebody else, lie for yourself. Because if you lie for that person and then they come out and say, anyway, that person was lying, I wasn't doing any of that for them. But if you're doing it for yourself, who's gonna come out and say that you did that for me? Lie for yourself. Love yourself. Protect yourself. I don't understand why people go to that extreme to want love and affection from other people. Why do you do that to yourself? Why not do it for yourself? Why do it for other people? Now we are here. And there's a guy, I'm going to stitch him, who goes into depth about these things. It's interesting, really, how society tends to do this to women. And sometimes I don't think that women, in fact, they like doing this. We like doing this as women. We like to take the shame for the men and then blame men for what they do to us. But no, the signs have always been there. They've always been there. We just refuse to see them. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm looking forward to reading them. In fact, I didn't want to add much in this conversation because I felt that this was enough said on its own. But I'm going to add other layers on top of that. You can let me know in the comments what you think about this entire conversation, and I'll see you in my next video.
I think women are lying. I really think when women come online to talk about their high standards, the expectations for men to be provided for, I think they're just lying. I think they're performing for other women because it's become a status symbol to prove your own high value to get a certain type of treatment from men.
This video is absolutely true, and go check out her whole video if you're trying to see a bunch of good points, because she makes a lot of good ones. This is a point that I've been saying in pretty much all of my videos, that a lot of the girls that come on here are speaking so confidently about a lot of the standards that they have. What they say online versus what they do in real life are two different things. I think one of the most stereotypical perfect examples of this is girls who say that they refuse to go on coffee dates because they're worth more than a coffee date, but then they're completely willing to go on like a $10 to $15 drink date. It's not that most girls don't really want to go on a coffee date. It's that symbolically they feel like they look weak if they go on that date. Or the amount of girls who have admittedly told me that they did want to sleep with a guy on the first date, but they were afraid of how they were going to be perceived by their friends when they told them that. Of course, the hottest topic right now is that girl Wizard Liz, who got cheated on by her boyfriend slash husband. It is so insane to see how many women put themselves beneath this woman. When she gets cheated on, she goes, if she's not safe, then who is? Oh my God, if this girl who's super materialistic and narcissistic, if she couldn't find a quality guy, then what about me? And I don't think anybody talked about the fact that everyone keeps roasting this guy for what he looks like, and then showing what she looks like. And who would have thought the girl who spent well over $80,000 on plastic surgery would look better than the guy who didn't do that? And this is not me excusing what this guy did. I'm just thinking it's kind of ironic that girls are going to sit there and complain that men are totally ruining the beauty standards, when this is why so many people go and get work done, is because this is a guy who didn't do anything to his face. And then when she gets cheated on, because she has such a horrific personality, the first and only thing that most of these women keep bringing up is, oh my God, but she's prettier than him. And who would have thought that? That's what happens when you spend so much money on fixing your face that you claim to be so comfortable with. Girls spend so much energy trying to do things like money meditation, which if you go click the video, it's basically ASMR of them saying that they deserve money. They deserve it, but they need to basically beg and meditate for men to come and bring it to them.
I need you to that you deserve to live a good life filled with as much money as you desire.
I gotta say, I've never experienced what the ick is, but if I walked in on a girl watching one of those videos, I think I finally would figure it out. Some of you girls are so focused on trying to remain cool and performative to your female friends that you forget to actually treat the person that you want to like you back with respect, and wonder why when you finally do find a guy who's willing to accept this kind of behavior, he's not in it for the long run. The forefront of all of your relationships is transactional and materialistic and superficial, and you wonder why that when you finally do get somebody, they can literally care less if they do lose you, because at the end of the day, even though Landon shouldn't have done what he did, what did he really lose? A $500,000 a month bill? A girl who literally made videos talking about how she was shocked when somebody found him attractive because, like, she's never heard that before. It is so obvious when I see these content creators who come on here, when they try to put on this persona of what they think confidence looks like and what they want themselves to be like, and then the difference of what they actually end up doing in real life, because she's not the only one, and she's not the only one who happens to be a female. There's males who do this all of the time. Moral of the story is, to the 3.2 million people who actually watched this video unironically because they thought it would actually help them, maybe if you focus less of your energy on watching money-making meditation videos and more on being a quality human being, you probably would have a better shot at actually meeting a quality human being. But I don't know, that's just me. But hey, what do you think?